Hey everybody, it's the King once again. Welcome back to the channel. To my subscribers, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. Dijon Kizzee stopped riding his bicycle in violation of vehicle codes, and the cops claim he tried to run away and was shot after dropping a bundle of items that include a handgun. Now this is it's in a very blurry area because the officers involved did not have their body cam on, which is very bad for them. The body cam can vindicate any officer of the law from being accused of a murder of a civilian, anybody they stopped or detained. So here's a report. Protesters marched on Tuesday for the second day in a row from the scene where a black man was fatally shot by deputies to a Los Angeles County's sheriff office, demanding answers over the latest deadly encounter between police and a black American. The sheriff's office said Dijon Kizzee was stopped for riding his bicycle in violation of vehicle codes, tried to run away, and was then shot after dropping a bundle of items that included a handgun. But with no body cameras in use by the deputies and no cell phone video yet to surface, activists say the police is being asked to take the sheriff's department's account of the incident at face value. And given the recent spate of fatal police encounters with black men, protesters once again claiming injustice. The two deputies involved in the fatal shooting have been removed from active field duty pending an investigation, the Los Angeles Sheriff Department announced Tuesday. Now, go back here with no body cameras and no cell phone footage surface. So then we're going back to, I'm going to take you guys back to the 80s and 70s and all that. But police officers can do anything to anybody and just plant evidence and lie about it. And it was over. It was over. They can kill you for any reason. And I'm not saying that these guys are not telling the truth. What I'm saying is we don't know if it's the truth because there was no body cameras, no cell phone footage, anything to vindicate the officer. So guys, you're guilty. It would be the same guys and gals out there listening to my voice. If I shot someone, we got into an altercation, they didn't have any weapons or nothing, and I shot them, and it's my word against theirs, you know what they're gonna do? Well, hey, you shot him. There was no evidence. We know you shot him dead. You're guilty. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to prison. So, anytime you don't have evidence, then the dead man can't speak for himself, and therefore, by default, you're guilty. So the officer's are guilty in my eyes. Now, you comment right now if you don't agree with me. Comment if you do agree, because this is now just a word against no word, and. There are no body cameras. Why in the world is 2020 would any officer not have body cameras? That way you are protected as well as civilian, because now you can say, go look at the body camera. We did what we're supposed to do. So, and regardless of your skin tone, because I hate the word black and white, because nobody's up here black and white. My skin tone is brown. Your skin tone is not white as a piece of paper. That's just division. That's how they try to divide people. But you're a human being, just with different skin tones, for anybody that needs a science lesson. But unfortunately, being dark-skinned in this country, sometimes some people don't value you as a human being. That's not everybody, but that's the truth. So let's get right into the video, the news video of the protest regarding Dijon Kizzee right now.
Sheriff's deputies, but tonight they say they are also fighting for change. Right now, demonstrators are marching from the scene of yesterday's shooting to the sheriff's station in South LA. Good evening, everyone. I'm Pat Harvey.
And thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Jeff Vaughn. Sky 2, live over that protest demanding justice for Dijon Kizzee. The 29-year-old was killed in a deputy-involved shooting after he was stopped on a bicycle for what's being called a code violation.
Well, CBS 2's Jeff Nguyen is live at the scene with what's happening right now. Jeff?
Pat and Jeff, a part of the call for change is a call for transparency. Throughout this neighborhood, we are on West 109th Place right now. You can see flyers like this one posted on this telephone pole. As we pan our camera to the left here, Joe Ruiz is going to show you the caravan of cars that has gathered out here right now. And as we go up the street, you can see that there are several dozen people here for that march that you mentioned. This is the site of yesterday's deadly shooting. The folks who are gathering here right now say that they are going to march over to the sheriff's station in South LA.
Today, relatives gathered at the spot where 29-year-old Dijon Kizzee was shot to death by LA County Sheriff's deputies. Fletcher Fair is his aunt.
Right now, I'm sad, and I'm mad at the same time at the LA Sheriff.
The Sheriff's Department says the shooting happened yesterday afternoon after two deputies spotted Kizzee committing a vehicle violation on a bicycle in South LA. This is cell phone video of him running away from them as they tried to make contact with him. The department says when the deputies caught up to him, Kizzee punched one of them in the face. At that time, they say he dropped some clothing he'd been holding, and they say a handgun fell out of the bundle. Investigators say both deputies opened fire when Kizzee reached for the gun.
He had nothing in his hands at the time that the sheriff shot him. No excuse. Enough is enough is enough.
From our chopper, we could see a gun on the ground next to Kizzee's body yesterday. Soon after the deadly confrontation, more than 100 people demonstrated against the use of deadly force, which included a march to the sheriff's South LA station.
And we're tired. We are absolutely tired.
Today, Sheriff Alex Villanueva offered his sympathy to Kizzee's family.
First, let me get into a deputy-involved shooting, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the family, and that includes a member of my own department who was a cousin of the deceased.
And right now, there is a growing memorial at the site of the shooting. In the meantime, a sheriff's spokesman says that the department is planning to interview the two deputies this week to get more details about the alleged code violation involving the bike that led to the deadly confrontation. For now, we are live in South LA. Jeff Nguyen, CBS.
All right, you just saw the news report along with me. He was shot. Now the deputies claim that he punched one of them, and he reached for his gun that he dropped. Okay, now if that was on the body cam that showed that they were vindicated, then that would have been a justified shooting. Understandable, but you're still guilty, officers, because you had a man on that video that said the man had nothing in his hands when you shot him. Now I understand someone punches you or whatever. This is where you need to use a taser. The taser would drop 99% of individuals right on their face. And so to shooting him, why not use a taser? Remember, you're to protect and serve, not to kill. If you have to put somebody out with a taser, put them out, lock them up. That's it. You shot the man. And then you didn't have a body cam to vindicate yourself. Officers, you're guilty as far as I'm concerned. It'll be the same because we can't take your word because so many crooked cops and so many crooked law enforcement that even if you're a good officer, you better have the body cam on it to vindicate your actions. Because nobody gonna believe you now. Nah, you probably shot him. I know what it was. So, and we don't know the background of Dijon Kizzee there. Regardless of his background, we have to look at what's going on right now in that instance. So we look at the news report, and we've been seeing it all over the nation. So here's my words of advice for you guys and gals out there listening. Always treat people the way you want to be treated. I say this all the time. If you don't want people to harm you, don't harm them. You don't want people to be disrespectful to you, don't disrespect them. Okay? Also, if here's something, another advice you need to take. If an officer asking you questions, answer the questions. You need to see your ID. Give them your ID. Don't become difficult, because you never know if there's a good man or a bad man, good woman or bad woman that's in that uniform that's wanting to shoot you anyway. So just don't give them a reason. Always be kind and respectful. Answer the questions. Give them whatever they need. And if there's an issue, here's what you do. You don't resist. Don't resist anything. Don't do that. Don't do it. Get you the best lawyer you can, somebody to take the case and file a lawsuit. Hit them in their pockets and live. And if you get a lot of money out of that, take care of your family out of it and let them know that's what you do. Because remember, I always say this in my other videos, I'm a father of 2 daughters. There is no way I'm going to resist and act up and get shot and leave my babies here by themselves. Because my children live with me. I take care of them. So there's no way I'm going to act up. That's the first thing I think about. Always think about who's depending on you before you act up. Because if you don't give a shit about anyone, you don't care about anyone, then you will act up in front of anybody. You claim you care, but you don't. Your actions state everything, including the officers, his actions, including that man that was shot, his actions. Remember, it's all going to correlate. Every energy is going to have an equal resounding energy. So I hope you took some wisdom from that, and I hope everything get better. But if we start looking at each other as human beings and care about each other, this would not be the issue. So, you guys and gals, thank you for listening to the video. If you liked the video, click like, click subscribe, and definitely comment. I want to hear from you guys. Stay safe out there. I'll talk to you guys later.